and welcome back to Once a Month Kitchen. I'm Meg, and today I'm making little turkey burritos. These little burritos have been part of my once a month cooking plan since the very beginning, almost 20 years ago. They're not the ginormous football-sized burritos that you get for takeout. These are little handheld turkey and bean burritos that I love taking for lunch. The ingredients are ground turkey, rice, salsa, refried beans, cheddar cheese, garlic, onion, chili powder, cumin, lime juice, olive oil, salt, pepper, and of course the tortillas. I have prepared most of my ingredients, but I do need to chop up these onions and garlic, so let's do that now. I'm super sensitive to onions, so I've tried everything to stop myself from crying and having a meltdown when I chop onions. I've tried lighting a candle, I've tried holding bread in my mouth, I've tried freezing the onions, nothing works. So I use these onion goggles. They block everything from getting to my eyes and my nose so that I can cut an onion. I have this little onion here, I'm gonna cut it in half, pole to pole. Okay, there are a million ways to chop an onion, but this is a way that I learned from the America's Test Kitchen that is, I feel, the safest for me. So I have this onion, I'm gonna cut it in half now and just work with this quarter of an onion. I'm gonna make slits down and then I'm gonna tip it towards me. I'm gonna make slits again. And then I'm gonna cut crosswise into small pieces. I'll do the garlic. This garlic just jumped out of its shell, so I don't even have to peel that one. And then just chop it up. Okay, garlic and onion is chopped. The next thing to do is to saute up the garlic, onion, ground turkey with the spices. So I'm gonna clean up my table and come back to do that. I'm back with my burner and my chopped onions and garlic, the seasonings, and my ground turkey. My pan is hot. This is 2 teaspoons of olive oil into the pan. I'm gonna start with the onions. I'm gonna cook these for about 2 minutes. Oh, so sensitive to onions. I need to be wearing my onion goggles. Ow! These are looking good, so I'm gonna add in the garlic and let that cook about a minute. And now it's time for the cumin and the chili powder to go in. I want to get the chili powder and the cumin in the hot oil just a little bit to get it started before we add the turkey. All right, now for the turkey. I'm going to cook the turkey to brown it, and we'll take it off when it's lost all of its pink color. This looks great. I'm gonna take this off the heat and let it cool down while I set up for assembling the burritos. I've got the seasoned ground turkey, onions, and garlic in this bowl. It's cooled down. I'm gonna give it a taste to see if it needs salt. It needs salt. The recipe calls for it to have a 1.5 teaspoons of salt added to it. I'm gonna start with just half of this. The salsa, the beans, and the cheddar all have salt in them too, so I don't want to over salt at this point. Okay, that's good. So next into the pot are my refried beans. These are homemade refried beans. You can get the recipe in this video up here. And salsa. This is homemade salsa. Feel free to use canned refried beans or canned salsa. That's perfectly fine. I just happen to have great recipes. I had an extra half of a jalapeno in the fridge, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that now. Bonus ingredient. It's not in the recipe normally, but I had it and I think it'll be nice. Next ingredient is lime juice and rice. This is just plain white rice that's been cooked and cooled. No seasonings added to it. And ground black pepper goes in next. And then once I get this all stirred together, before I add the cheese, I'm gonna taste it again. That rice, like I said, it didn't have any seasoning in it, although everything else was very well seasoned. The rice may require this to need a little more salt. So, taste it again. Tastes pretty good. I'm not gonna put all of this in. Maybe half again. So that was probably a teaspoon and a quarter total. That's well mixed, so now I'm gonna add the cheese. The original recipe called for grated cheddar cheese, but I found that the grated cheese incorporates a little too well into this burrito mix. By chopping it up into little squares, little bits here, the cheese melts a little differently and creates little cheese pockets in your burrito that I love. So those go in and we'll fold them together. Everything's very well combined now, and I'm ready to make a burrito. I have these tortillas here. These are Mission Carb Balance whole wheat tortillas, the soft taco size. And I like the flavor of these, but I also like that they're very pliable. They don't usually dry out or break during the assembly process. They defrost and reheat just fine. So these are the ones that I use. If you have a favorite tortilla that you use in freezer recipes, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. And if you can teach me how to make my own tortillas, even better, tell me how to do it. Mine always turn out like crackers. So I use store-bought tortillas. I have this scoop that I use. This is a 1.5 ounce scoop. Pretty full, and I use 2. Okay, so 2 scoops per burrito, and this is how I fold it. I fold in the sides at a diagonal, and then I put my thumbs underneath and fold them up and flip the back forward. Then I pull that toward me, tuck in these little edges, and roll. I'll do another one. Pull it back at an angle, forward with my thumb, back part towards the front, tuck these little flaps in, and roll. You can see the burrito is fully contained inside here. It's gonna stay inside the tortilla, which is what I want. I don't want all the filling busting out or needing to use an extra large tortilla just to fit everything in it. These are the perfect size for me. So I'm gonna keep rolling until I'm out of mix. I'm running out of room, so I'm gonna pack up some of these to get them out of the way. The way that I pack burritos is in plastic sandwich baggies and in a tray. I'll show you. Here's the tray that I use for the freezer. I have it labeled Little Turkey Burritos. So my bin is labeled and I just put a burrito in each bag. Get the air out. Zip it up and they fit perfectly. There's all our burritos packaged up and ready to go in the freezer. I've set aside 2 so that we could test them. I plated up 2 burritos and now I just need Sarge. Sarge!
I'm standing right here.
Oh.
What do we got here? Ooh. Nice job. You make these burritos?
I made burritos for you.
Ooh, I love these burritos.
Turkey and refried bean burritos with rice and cheese. I've got sour cream, some pickled jalapenos for you, some hot sauce, and lime.
You spoil me.
I do. I do. All right, let's eat.
All right, let's dig in. This looks great. I'm gonna zhuzh mine up a little bit with some lime.
I'm just gonna eat mine.
Just go for it.
What does your cheese look like?
It looks melty. Melty deliciousness. Is it good as always? You've been making this dish a really long time.
I know, right? It's
I like
so
the little
good.
blobs of cheese that just kind of, I like that everything's built right in.
Yeah. It's not falling apart because the rice isn't making a weird layer in there.
That's true. This thing isn't exploding all over my hand. And it's not like an absurd amount of food, you know? Like, you get those burritos where you need 2 Sarge-sized hands just to put them around the burrito. And then you try to eat it all, but then you end up with, like, at least I do, like a quarter of a gnawed-on burrito that doesn't even look edible anymore.
I can't believe we ate so fast. Well, thanks for coming to eat my burrito. There it is, my little turkey burritos. I'll link to the recipe in the description box below, and I'll also give links to my refried beans and salsa recipes that I use to make these delicious burritos. Let me know in the comments what you think of this recipe, what tweaks you might make, and please share your favorite burrito recipe with the rest of the community. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you're notified the next time I post a recipe or once a month cooking video. You'll see me, Meg, here in my once a month kitchen next time. Bye! Jazz hands. One take Meg. That's what they'll call me.
10 take Meg, that's what they'll call me.
Sorry. Beep, 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 beep. Okay.
Does that help get it out of your system?
I don't know, it's beans. Oh yeah, okay. Ah!